So what's going on, guys? We're here in the heart of Miami, Florida, visiting the homie Boris Bianchi at Paeonia Tattoos. He just opened up this beautiful place, but I don't know if I'm in the right place or not. I mean, it looks like it, but I'm not sure. Found it. What up, Boris, man? I wanted to thank you for having us in your shop. This thing is gorgeous, bro. Your brand new shop, Paeonia Tattoos. Never seen anything like this. Tell me a little bit about the concept, how you came up with this whole thing. I mean, the floor, the car.
Okay, so the idea started that I didn't want to open up a tattoo shop. I used to have one 10 years ago. I hated it, never wanted to do it again. So essentially, I just wanted to do something a little different. I came upon this warehouse and it was perfect for everything I wanted to do. I wanted to build more of a community space where everybody could come and do collaborations, whether it was tattooing, music, art, comedy shows, whatever. So we came up with the concept, and then we essentially split the warehouse into two, put a coffee shop in the front and the tattoo studio in the back as a speakeasy, because I just wanted something a little more private, more upscale, I guess you could say, and just with a nice vibe where people could come, feel comfortable, and just chill.
It came a long way, man, and I hope you enjoy it, man, because it looks freaking amazing,
Thank
dude.
you, man. It's still not done.
So for all that y'all don't know, Boris Bianchi is a freaking jet setter, bro. This guy has tattooed all over the world. Tell me a little bit of where do you like tattooing? Which are your favorite places to tattoo at, and maybe why?
My favorite place to tattoo would probably be Japan. Back when it was a little more taboo and it wasn't, legal like it is now, for me it was more of an experience, because every time I got to tattoo somewhere cool, somewhere different, whether it was a sushi restaurant or some toy store or something like that, they would always close it down, and then I would just tattoo a ton of people.
Oh.
And so that was cool. Everywhere has been cool, man. New Zealand's been awesome, Australia's been awesome, Asia in general for me has been amazing. The place I got the biggest welcome was probably Moscow, Russia. I love tattooing everywhere.
No, I mean, I've seen you at the, when we do conventions together. I mean, people come by the booth just to see you tattoo. Stop. I mean, come on. You kind of have your own style, you came up with this style. When I see a tattoo that you did, I know you did it,
Appreciate that.
From where you started, how did you eventually say, listen, this is what I want to do?
Dude, it's been 18 years of working my ass off and trying to figure that out. It was definitely the hardest thing about this career. You ask anybody that's been tattooing with me for a long time, and they'll tell you that, I just did everything for a very long time, just to get by and just to try to move on and continue and keep going. And it was hard, man. It was, almost 8, 12, 13, 14 years of just trying to do everything, and eventually staying in one place is what actually got me to work on a style that eventually I was able to merge everything I do together. So it was a good thing that I did do everything, because now I still technically do everything just my own way.
Check this out. So I never even knew what a finger sleeve was until after I met you, right? Now I see a bunch of people doing finger sleeves.
Sure.
So do you take that as a compliment? How do you take that? That now a bunch of people are doing it?
I definitely didn't start that. I definitely...
I would say you put it on the map at least, because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I guess. I did a lot of it before there was a lot of people doing it, but there was definitely people doing it before me. You look at Grumov and all those guys were doing it before me. I just did it a little angrier.
Yeah, created your own style, man, which is amazing, man. Everybody wants to create their own thing and be known for something, and you did that. You're one of the guys that was able to do that. I'm actually proud to have you as not only as a pro team member, but as a friend, Like I get to say, this is my homie here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I love you, bro. So let's talk a little bit of business now. So obviously you've used all our machines, right?
Yes.
So we're just gonna hit 3 machines that I wanna hit on, which are the ones that are pretty much out there now, right?
Okay.
We got the Flux, the EXO, and now we got the Flux Max.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite? Do you still use all of them?
So the Flux Max, the new one, is definitely my favorite one. As far as, the strokes being, bigger, and, the battery going lower, which is what I've always asked from you guys, essentially. So, as far as that goes, and the grip is like the perfect width between both machines.
Yeah, it's right in the middle.
Yeah, the original one for me was perfect, and then you guys gave me the EXO with the bigger grip, and I was like, holy shit, this is perfect. And then you guys gave me this, and I was like, wow, this is like Cinderella's fucking slipper.
That glass slipper. It fits you. It fits you.
Yeah, it's perfect. And then you get the fact that it goes down to 4 volts and everything else is perfect for my stippling, for everything else. And the fact that it punches, you know, is good for my 14 rounds, my 13 mags, and my 23 mags, and my 35 mags. Oh, yeah. So, you know, that machine for me is like, I mean, I don't have a use for any other machine at this point.
That's your go-to.
Yeah, always.
So something cool, bro, I remember you did. I mean, we've all seen it on Instagram, but we saw you tattooing yourself on an airplane.
I did, yeah.
So did you plan it going into the airplane, or were you just bored on the airplane and said, you know,
no,
let me just tattoo myself?
I planned it. You know, it was one of the first machines with batteries that you guys had came out with, and it was actually right when the pandemic started. So I was like freaking out and I didn't think it was gonna happen. And you know, the lady next to me was like, I just escaped to Italy and they were gonna lock me in there. And I'm like, this lady's not gonna let me tattoo next to her. And so halfway through the flight, I was like, you know what, screw it, let me just see what happens. And I asked her, and I was like, yo, do you mind filming me? And she's like, what? Of course. And so her and her daughter were like filming me, tapping me when the stewardesses would come. And yeah, I did a little Mile High Club with a little paper airplane on my thigh.
So I'm sure their experience was as great as yours. Let me tell you.
They had a blast.
They'll never forget it, that's for sure, man. What is the best piece of advice anybody has ever given you?
Best piece of advice?
It could be anything.
Was from Dave Tabanel, which supposedly got it from Russ Abbott. You know, it was always a thing where essentially I never really cared about the equipment I used when I first started out. It was just kind of banging out tattoos and just being as economical as possible. Tabanel pretty much told me that, you know, the equipment you used 100% matters. Nice. And so from that moment on, I took that to heart, and you know, I don't, you know, nickel and dime shit anymore. You know, 100% all in. You know, get every little piece of equipment that you need for that specific job, because it does make a difference.
So right now, what has been your favorite or the proudest moment of your career so right now?
Proudest moment, man? Being able to travel around the world in general, man. Just, you know, being able to say that I worked my ass off and it worked. You know, it wasn't like a concept of working my ass off and not getting anywhere. You know, like I'm proof that working your ass off will get you around the world and will get all your dreams to become reality, man, you know?
What do you got coming up next, man? So you open this beautiful place up. You got any projects going on? What's up?
As far as project goes, you know, I want to build this shop up to be, you know, the best shop in South Florida. As far as, you know, a home team and guest artists. You know, I've already had a couple Korean artists and Russian artists come through here, the big names. Eventually, I'd like to venture off and open another concept like this in Europe, Scotland, hopefully, maybe Switzerland. I like the idea of having an international name instead of just a national name, you know, because you always see stores that do like LA, New York, but when you hear like international, it's
a whole new ballgame.
Yeah, man. So that's the goal.
Oh man, so man, you know what? You're on the right path, bro. You're doing everything right. Glad to be here with you. And guys, if y'all don't already know, Boris Bianchi, Paeonia Tattoos, y'all check them out. Y'all gotta come check out this place. Come drink some coffee when it opens up. Come check out the homie. You know how it is. Boris Bianchi, Paeonia. Peace.